Hey, AfterBuzzers, episode 10, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., 24 Legacy. Tony Almeida is going to be back again. So happy. Check us out.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Feel we go back like traditional, where it all began. 24. How far are you into the season?
Don't even ask.
Oh, okay. So, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. I am so happy.
She was happy because she was right on the prediction.
I was right about one thing. I think in all my predictions of all the shows that I've done for AfterBuzz TV, this is probably the only one I've been right at. I'm so happy. When I saw it happen, I was like, dang it, who am I going to tell? And MJ wasn't here at the moment, so. But we're here right now.
But when I saw it, I was like, she was right.
Yes.
She was right.
We're here right now. My name is TK Trinidad. Thank you for rocking with us for 10 episodes. And my lovely co-host is?
MJ. You can follow me on Instagram at MJ, that media girl. Girl, what are you?
All right. So much has gone on. So John got kidnapped.
Yeah.
John got kidnapped by Jadalla. And this is like so terrible. So John got kidnapped by Jadalla. Rebecca calls Henry, who's John's father, and lets him know like, hey, your son just got kidnapped. I know you know who they are. Like, you know, figure it out. Get your son back. Get my husband back.
Yeah.
So he's like, Luis knows who.
He surprised me because I still thought he was gonna act like he didn't know for a moment, and I thought he was gonna act like I know, but I thought he was gonna act like he didn't know towards her, but gonna go to the guy and tell him like we need to contact them to get John back.
I think he's feeling the after effects of being tortured for a while. Like he just doesn't even have the energy to lie anymore.
He should never told the guy that they was coming because I knew the man was not gonna stay.
Yeah, but he figured that. So Henry told Luis, who is his brother-in-law, that CTU's coming. And he's like, no, I can't do that. I'm not going to jail. Which is just kind of like you're some form of a politician, or you know politicians. You could figure it out to not go in jail, go to jail. So that was kind of weird. But I get it. He's fearful. But it's still your family.
Yeah. By marriage.
By marriage, but it's still your sister's son. Like,
well, he didn't. You see, when he said this your sister's son,
yeah,
I got to worry about my life.
Yeah, it's so terrible. So Luis pretty much beats up Henry and takes off. So CTU is now on the lookout for them. In the meantime, Jadalla calls Rebecca and is like, we could care less about John. We really want you because we want to air your execution on TV for killing all those people.
Yeah.
So, of course, Rebecca's going hard for her husband. So I kind of know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask anyway. Would you do that for your husband?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm a regular person, though. She used to put her life on the line and stuff like that, you know.
We should just, like, if you ever have time, just, like, the tidbits of what you won't do, package it together and just, like, this is what I will not do. And
risking my life on the line for my husband.
I will not shoot a gun. I will not, do this.
Shoot a gun, but risking my life on the line for my husband. So if I die, then what we doing here? It's no marriage. I'm dead and you still alive. What? One of us gotta go. I would hope my husband, being the man and provider, would say, no, do not come. I'm just saying, the man supposed to be provider. I'm just saying.
So Rebecca calls over Eric because she knows Eric's always down, which is kind of one of those things too, because obviously Eric has been through so much, and now it's kind of I guess we'll talk about Isaac and Nicole in a hot second, but he's putting his family in jeopardy again. And like, I get it. Rebecca feels like he's the only one she can go to, but it's one of those situations like he can literally, by doing this one more thing, he's essentially going to lose his wife.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. So Rebecca gets Eric involved. They steal some guns.
But at the same time, he was already considering going to CTU and didn't tell his wife, in which she found out. She found that letter when she went back to the house. And I mean, I really wasn't surprised though.
Well, I think that after this whole situation, he might not have went, like, if this whole situation were to end at this moment, they found everybody, and, Andy had told him that all the cells were deactivated. They found everybody. I don't think he would have went to CTU.
I think he still would have went.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know. Not the way, how passionate, like, he might have wanted to go, but it seems like he loves her enough not to. Like, he would find something else, like become a police officer. Not like that's not any less dangerous, but it's still, he gets to come home at night, not be in the field. So I don't know. We might not find that out because she might be 2 sheets to the wind. So Rebecca decides to go to the football field to meet Jadalla for the trade-off, which I found kind of weird because he tells her to come alone, which she technically kind of did, and then he calls her and he's like, okay, well, he's safe, and she's like, I don't see him, so how do I know he's safe? It kind of seemed planly executed. Like, you know, he had to pull John up on the phone and say, okay, and then they kicked him out of the car in the middle of the street.
I was like, he gonna get ran over.
Yeah, that didn't really make any sense. Like, I don't know if they should have had like a drop-off point. It just seemed, I guess this is more for TV, the dramatics of it all, but it just seemed very not planned, which made her feel like she can call the shots.
They was literally just driving around with him in the van.
Right. Yeah, because when you see that, it's like, okay, well, they're not really organized, so therefore they don't really have a plan. So that's why she felt like she can call the shots. Like, okay, well, you said that you're gonna let him go. It's like, no, let him go now, and then I'll come into the field. So he gets kicked out into the street, so he's safe, kind of.
And she still could have got away because Eric was like, no, just leave. We'll get them another time. And she was like, no, we came here to kill him. And when she touched the ground, she was like, it's full of gasoline. I was like, he was like, get out of there. No. I was like, you know me. I'd be like,
you wouldn't even walked into the field.
Sure wouldn't have.
See, but this is the thing, though. So here's the issue. So she turned around and left. One, how far would she have been able to get to? Because they probably have men in the area. So that's one thing. So would she have been able to get out of the stadium? 2, if they let them escape, we really don't know what other plans they have. Even though the cells have been deactivated, we don't know if they have other plans. So it's kind of like she was willing to sacrifice her life so other people, not only her husband, but everybody else could be safe for at least this moment in time.
I just was thinking like, dog, they're going to drive back around and go get John. Wait.
Well, yeah, that could have been an option too. Yeah, they could have done that, but they don't really like they said initially. Like, because he's a senator. Like, they could have executed him, and still would have been more. It still would have been impactful to see on television, but to have the woman behind all the acts or the crazy acts they claim, was happening, that's even more impactful. But being a senator is not a small feat either. So there is that. So, so yes, she goes into the field. She finds gasoline, and she starts. Great shot on Eric's part. So he ends up killing Jadalla. Mm-hmm. So she's walking, she's talking to him back and forth, and she tries to get him with enough space so Eric can take a clear shot, which he does. Jadalla's dead. Which totally. Let's go back to the beginning part. So we kind of hinted at me being right on my predictions. So Jadalla finds out that his father is still alive. Yeah. I was right.
And he didn't know who Nasir was because he was using a fake name. Right. But he was just there to basically watch after him.
Yeah, he pretty
trying to see his loyalty.
Yeah, he was pretty much there. So essentially, when when he thought the father died, prior to that, he went away, and he wasn't really, lack of a better word, wasn't really into what he was doing. Like, he definitely believed in the cause, but he wanted to kind of take a different route. When the father passed away, when he thought his father passed away, he wanted to avenge his death, and essentially took up the assignment of what his father is doing. So his father now is testing him to see, if he was really legitimate into it, and then he brought him back into the fold. Father just was able to see him die, essentially.
Yeah, basically.
So the father was living, and now it's going to be interesting to see, now that they've killed his son, how much vengeance or what plans, I hate to say this. So if this does come back for a season 2, or if this is like a mid-season drop-off, the next part of it would be, almost the father's revenge on them killing his son. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what's the word? Not the prelims. The promos for next week's show actually look really, really good too.
I didn't get to see the promos.
Oh my gosh, it looks. Well, you hinted at the mole.
Yeah, I hinted at the mole, the director. That's just because Andy kind of brought it to the attention that the director might be the mole.
Who, Mullins?
Oh, no. The guy over him that's calling the shots over him.
Yeah. They kind of hinted that in the promos for next week. But we'll get to all of that. So, Nicole and Isaac.
He shot his shot again. He shot his shot again. He was like, I'm going to start over. If you want to start over.
But what's he going to start over doing?
I don't know. I guess a new drug. I don't know. Because I know he ain't getting no regular job.
Yeah, it's very...
I don't know. Maybe he gonna move.
FedEx driver or...
Maybe he gonna move. He was just like, I'm gonna start over. You want to start over? We can't.
You see, but the thing is with this. Okay.
You got to answer right there.
Right. The thing is with this. So he was dating her. She left with his brother. Mm-hmm. So say if she were to go back to him, she can't be trusted.
But I feel like he would trust her still.
Yeah, he will trust her, but that's like, how you give advice to like a girlfriend who keeps taking the guy back all the time.
Yeah.
And it's just like you see it, but she doesn't. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. It's like she could have left for anybody, but she leaves with his brother.
Yeah.
Marries the brother, and then now, times get hard, and she wants to have a kid, and he doesn't want to have a kid because she thinks he's too invested into CTU and all this other stuff. So times get hard, and it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna leave and go back with your brother.
Well, I wouldn't. It's just that the brother's around right now, but I don't know if she's gonna leave.
I don't think she is.
I don't think she is.
I hope she doesn't, or if she does leave, she just leaves on her own. She doesn't need to jump back into it.
Yes, she don't.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. That's too much.
Yeah, it's
not a good look.
It's a little too much. So now the thing so much has gone on with this show. One, here's a question. We're going to just kind of go back and forth. Do you think that there's going to be another season? Because I checked, I think, last week, mm-hmm. and there hasn't been official confirmation on season 2. So do you think there's going to be a season 2? I've heard mixed reviews on both sides. I heard some people think so and some people don't. Whereas some other shows that have, they're kind of based off of other TV shows or movies, they haven't made it. So, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. And then I also know Kiefer Sutherland's also in another show, so the likelihood of him coming back on this show is slim to none, which is sad.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a season 2. Unless it's a breakdown in, like, the mid-season.
The mid-season, and then they do that one and then finish off, and then it's over?
Well, it depends on how the mid-season look or the reviews they get back. If it's a mid-season. If this is just it,
yeah,
then I don't think so.
We'll see.
What you think?
I don't know. Like... It has certain parts of the episode, like when they brought back the father, I was like, yes. Like, and then Tony Almeida's, they kind of brought him back because he was supposed to be leaving, mm-hmm. and him and his girlfriend got like another job, and they're supposed to leave the country, and they brought him back in. So now he's gonna help, get back Rebecca. So certain elements of the show I really like, but then there's certain stuff like for instance, her going back and forth with Jadalla and saying to release John first before she comes out on the field, like that. Some certain parts seem kind of sloppy. I don't know. Certain parts seem very 24-esque. Certain parts seem like it's very unbelievable. I don't know. It's kind of like not a love-hate thing. It's more like okay, this is really good, and then it's like, oh, womp womp type thing. I don't know. I love the action parts, but I don't know. We'll see.
We will see. Y'all comment and tell us if y'all think it's gonna be a season 2. Or if this just a mid-season. What? Y'all tweet her all the time. Just let her know.
Why don't you have a Twitter?
I don't know. It just kind of got played out. Got boring. What? I barely ever tweeted when I was in college. I just used to go in there and be nosy.
All right. Miss Media Girl.
I still go in there and be nosy, though.
All right. So, where did we leave off at? So Isaac Nicole. So do you think it's gonna happen? Or you don't think it's gonna happen?
I don't think they're gonna get together.
Okay. So then we have John's now safe. Now, do you think that Luis is gonna come into play? So his uncle's gonna come into play as far as trying to help to get Rebecca back, or was that the last that we've seen of Luis?
I don't know, because Rebecca was kind of like the main person contacting him or whatever, and
right.
Now since they're trying to focus on getting Rebecca, well, they might still, of course they're gonna still look for him, but I don't know if they're gonna find him.
Right.
If they find him, it's gonna be like,
because I wonder if he knew that the father was alive.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
I really don't.
I mean, I hope not.
Yeah, I don't think he
Because
knew.
if he knew the father was alive and he still kind of traded the
Yeah, this. No, I don't think he knew.
the Rangers for
Because even the
all
son
the
didn't
information.
know. A lot of people did. Was
What, you
working
mean
with
like
them
John didn't know?
Yeah.
Well, John didn't know anything.
Not John.
Oh, Henry, the son.
No. Jahid.
Oh, Jadalla.
Jadalla. Jadalla
Isn't
didn't
he
know.
like a singer or something?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Jadalla didn't know, and I'm pretty sure other people that like work with him didn't know.
Right. Okay.
So I don't think he knew either.
So we'll see with that. So now they captured Rebecca, and now so the whole game plan with Eric was he was supposed to help Rebecca get back John. They got back John, but now they captured Rebecca, which I don't even know how they were able to capture her in the field full of fire.
I just saw her fall, and
Right.
then like after that, I didn't know like what happened.
Because she said that the field was like full of gasoline.
Yeah.
So it seemed like they kind of saturated the whole field with gasoline, so there wasn't any areas where there wouldn't be any fire. Like if, for instance, they had a ring of fire, then that would make sense. But
It was like scattered.
yeah, it seemed like it was engulfed in flames. So I don't know if I don't know if she was able to.
I don't know, and I don't know if they got her or when she was finally got out, they grabbed her or something because she found out the father's alive, and
Right.
she said it in the thing, and the people in CTU heard
Right.
it
So
and
yeah,
everything.
they grabbed her. They grabbed her, and she said that Ben Khalib is alive. So I don't know. I would like to see them either play that back in the next week's episode to see how they got her. And of course, it's just a technicality, but it was just one of those little things that.
Things TK wants to know. Questions
Well, I
she need
mean, you
answers
just
to.
kind of want to know. Okay, so how did that happen?
I don't think they're gonna play it though.
I mean, it's almost like you do like a recap. You know how sometimes you do a recap, and
Yeah.
sometimes the recap's a little things that you kind of either missed or you didn't see, or it's a different angle.
Well, nah, because I saw and she just fell, and all of a sudden he was looking for her, and all of a sudden we could hear her on the ear. Peace. What? I really don't think they're gonna show us how she got caught.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So.
Oh, you know what? You know when Eric ran down the bleachers,
Right.
And Nasir ran down where we didn't really see where he ran.
Right.
He just ran off. He might have grabbed her.
Well, I'm sure he was probably the one to grab her, or somebody else was the one to grab her. But it's just kind of like where, at what point in the field did they grab her? Because she was running from the fire.
Yeah,
And
she fell, of course. Typical TV.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. So then we go back into CTU, and so oh my gosh, I meant to write down his name. The director above Mullins.
I forgot his name as well. 'Cause they haven't really mentioned him a lot.
Yeah, they did it.
So that's why we didn't even expect him because he's barely been on the show.
Right, but we don't.
He is the mole. He is the mole.
Are you predicting this?
Prediction. He is the mole.
Okay.
Now, for AfterBuzz TV.
Yeah, you had like a premature prediction, but okay. Oh my gosh. I had his name somewhere, but I can't find it.
We caught this together. You see, they was good today.
So you're predicting that Mullins' supervisor, I'm sure you guys let us know on YouTube because I think they only mentioned his name a couple times, so I can't find it in my notes at the moment. But the supervisor is the mole.
Yes. Mole.
That's the predictions.
Yeah, that's my prediction that he's the mole. They're gonna get Rebecca back. I don't think Rebecca's gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow Eric gonna be the person to save the day, as usual.
Well, I mean that's definitely gonna happen, but there also might be somebody else who's a mole.
Who?
He's the third IT guy. I believe his name is Toby. They haven't showed him too much, so you have. Oh dang! I forgot all my names. So you have Andy, then you have the chick, and then you have another guy, Toby.
I don't remember Toby.
Yeah, Toby. He's had maybe 2 or 3 scenes thus far in the last couple episodes. And then he said Mullins asked Toby to pull up something on the computer, so he still might it's a new IT person to us, so he might be optional mole as well. So we definitely know Mullings is not the mole. And what do you think of so Mullings' supervisor told him to go after Rebecca and not to let Rebecca pretty much sacrifice herself. Do you think Mullins kind of sent the sheriffs and all that stuff knowing that her and Eric were going to get away from them anyway, or do you think Mullins was just being straightforward and doing his job?
Say it again?
So when Rebecca and Eric left, the supervisor told Mullings to stop Rebecca from going to the field because they didn't want Jadalla to get
information from
right.
her.
So when the cops stopped them, do you think that Mullings knew that Rebecca and Eric were going to get away, or do you think he was doing his job?
Of course he thought they was going to get away.
Because he asked Andy, probably even backing up before that, he asked Andy where they were.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And then when they had to see, like, find out what the police said, like, did they get them?
Right.
And it was like, the police not responding.
Yeah, he didn't seem too surprised. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Just like Jack. Nobody is ever surprised.
Oh, well, look at you making a Jack reference.
Jack always...
She making a Jack reference. Okay.
Oh, my God.
I see you.
He always made it, like, every time they thought he was going, like, no, this is the end for him.
Right.
No. He survived and saved everybody. Except his wife that time. But, yeah.
And we didn't... No, nobody died. I'm still listening out for the silent clock, too. So I wonder if they're going to use that.
You think they're going to do it, though?
I don't know. I mean, they definitely had different elements from 24 in this show, so I don't know why they wouldn't. And it seems like people who actually knew everything about the show and watched it on a regular basis knew that. So even if they did put it for somebody who's like a new viewer and just watching it passively, they might not even notice. But somebody who watches it and knows the show would notice. So I'm kind of hoping that they do. But I don't know who would die. So, like, since you've already jumped into predictions, we'll just jump in and out. So, who do you think is going to die? Because I thought that John was going to die. But...
Do somebody... I don't know. Nasir, possibly.
Yeah, but it has to be somebody, like... maybe, like...
Somebody on the CTU side?
Yeah.
I don't think nobody gonna
Or maybe
die.
Nicole.
No.
An ode to Terry.
I don't think nobody gonna die.
Somebody has to die. Because I feel like it's one of those things where she's pretty much like begging him to, like, okay, you've been away and I supported you and you came back and now, there's obviously something wrong, PTSD and stuff like that. And, now you're going off to protect everybody else, but you're not protecting your home. And he's like, okay, well, just hold on. I have one more thing to do. And then he's going to come back and say, I have one more thing to do. And then she might not go with Isaac, but she, something will happen where probably Jadalla, because, here we go. I have it. This is what's going to happen.
She came up with one.
I came up with one, so I think this is what's going to happen. Because Eric killed Jadalla, Ben Khalid is going to kill the closest thing to Eric, which is his wife, Nicole.
Sound. Your face though sounds good. Possibly.
And that will be the silent clock.
Okay, she was right last week, y'all.
I'm just saying. It's a possibility.
It is a possibility. They do sound.
I mean, I like that idea. I like that.
That is a good prediction.
I know. Dang it! I was just a better writer. Send that script over. So. Do you think that they're going to get back Rebecca next week? Or do you think... Because I think we have 2 more... This is 10, so we have 2 more episodes.
Possibly get Rebecca on the last episode. Episode 12.
Because I thought they were going to get back John on the last episode, but they got John back this episode.
I keep forgetting this all in one day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, this is... No, this is 12 hours.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the last episode... I don't know, maybe the last episode.
I don't know. I kind of, it should be, because the thing is that if they rescue Rebecca this next episode, then
what's gonna happen on the last episode?
Right.
We need a cliffhanger.
I hope they tie it all up.
No, it's not a good show. It's no good season finale with a good cliffhanger. I need you to have something hanging on the edge for me to be like.
No, because they don't do that. Well, they do that in 24. Yeah, 24 is kind of like a half and half. Like they kind of tied up like that. So the threat of American citizens dying is tied up, but then Jack's life is not tied up. So like, for instance, like in season 1, like I referred to, Terry got killed. So obviously that's, sad, but everything that they were fighting against to complete, that was completed in the episode.
But you got to think about it, they did, 24 episodes. Mm-hmm. So that mid-season was a cliffhanger. Mm. And if they don't have a mid-season, we still don't know if this is a mid-season or not. It gotta be. You can't just show us 12 hours and it's 24.
Well, let's just look it up. Is there a mid-season of 24? Like, I mean, I bring this computer every week. I might as well use it.
You're just here for show.
I'm just saying. Nothing as of yet. There's just like news from February, so nothing showing.
Well, I guess we will find out at episode 12.
Yes. And I did contact, I know some of you guys were saying that we should bring on guests. I did contact Corey. He's actually on Broadway at the moment. So.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. Just a little FYI. Yeah, there's nothing. The last kind of information on the news or news sources was like 2 months ago. Yeah. Just some hit or misses, so nothing that way. So I don't know. I know it's a lot of shows because there's a couple other shows that I'm doing where the shows are ended and they haven't even announced if they're gonna continue. And those ones they had really great endings too. So I don't know.
I'm out here for a cliffhanger. To me, it's not a good season finale if I don't have a cliffhanger. I need something that's gonna make me wanna like. When it's coming back on. What? And I love me a good scandal.
I know, like so. What would be your cliffhanger prediction?
I don't know.
Like Nicole leaves with Isaac.
That ain't good enough. Cause it's it'll be predictable. Like, I need something that shocked me. Like, girl, I did not see that coming.
Well, they want Rebecca to go on the internet and pretty much say everything that she's done, and they want to kill her. So that's kind of what they want to do.
And so the way they talking is like she might have did something that CTU don't know, or something more like. No, because I'm like, what are they talking about?
Well, she was the head of the Rangers.
Yeah,
she's part of that squad, and this is the reasons why Jadalla went and started killing the Rangers, and then was going to open up the sleeper cells.
Yeah, no.
So they were pretty much in charge of killing Ben Khalib and a lot of the folks in that particular area. So those are her sins, technically.
Oh, because Nasir, when he was talking to John, he was making it seem like she was just killing innocent people. He was y'all killing innocent people.
Innocent is relative depending on who you talk to.
True.
So.
I was like, they got dirt on Rebecca? Let us know.
Well, you know what? It might be something like that. Like, we didn't expect it, so we thought she sent the Rangers to do something. She sent the Rangers to do a particular thing, but the Rangers thought they were doing this job, but it was actually something else that she didn't tell anybody to do. If that makes sense. So it could be something totally different. Like, they thought that they were, capturing or bombing a certain area that was full of people who were going to attack America, but instead it was refugees, and she had them killed because of another threat, and she didn't tell them. So that could be another twist too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just there's a lot going on, and there's just kind of like confusing sometimes.
Yeah, it does get confusing sometimes.
Whereas 24 just seemed very like 24, it seemed like the storylines were a little bit more straightforward, whereas these ones just kind of a little bit all over the place.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just. Oh, then what do you think Tony's gonna do next week? So, do you think him and his girlfriend are gonna break up?
Maybe, cause she not having it, cause she think he's still in love with Rebecca.
Yeah, but she is. She's still married.
Yeah,
and
Rebecca, she
Rebecca,
not finna leave John.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
I mean, I think she's gonna end up leaving him, like, to go on their mission.
you think? Oh wait, okay. You think Tony's girlfriend's gonna leave him to go on the mission? I don't think she's gonna leave.
Cause she like pissed.
She is, but it seems like Tony's the one who heads up all the like people know Tony.
Yeah.
So she just has the additional skills for them to travel as a couple.
Yeah.
But I don't think if she were to go by herself, she wouldn't be able to do the operation by herself. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm glad he's back. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of want some other characters to come back too, but
I don't think this gonna happen. We only got 2 episodes left.
Well, this is what I'm saying. It's gonna be your cliffhanger.
Oh yeah.
Or we can have Mullins.
He might be like a real important person of getting her back.
Mullins?
Oh no.
Who? Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the fact that Mullins called Tony, so it's obvious that he knew, and Tony was able to have Tony
help them with the
tracking.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's able to do that, then yeah, I don't know. Will he be reinstated? Like that happened to him, I think, once or twice. So
I don't know, because he started looking in that computer. I was like, go save the day. But do John know that they ever had something going on? Because I feel like he don't know.
I think he does.
Oh, okay.
She may have mentioned it to him, but I'm not sure.
Because John don't really seem like bothered. It's more of the girlfriend.
Well, because I don't think the girlfriend knows Tony's like past. Like she only knows Tony as the man for hire, and she doesn't know CTU Tony. So I think it's a little bit different because if you're used to seeing somebody on the basketball court all the time, and then you see them in a suit and tie, you're like, wait, it'll take a little bit of adjustment, and he's not going to be there long enough anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's like they should bring back Tony for the rest of the season or the rest of the after season, like after the mid season. But I don't know. He might die.
I hate that. If he died,
he might die trying to save Rebecca.
That's a possibility. That's a good prediction.
I might be 2 for 2. Okay, so we kind of did overall arcing predictions. What are your predictions for next week?
That Tony's gonna help Eric get Rebecca.
Okay.
They gonna be the main ones, like, out in the field trying to get her. And I think them working together, they're gonna find her. I don't know. They might find the uncle on the last episode.
Right.
Find him on the last episode. He might be a part of the cliffhanger. And I don't know.
See, okay, so in the promos for next week, Mullins' supervisor has, I think I saw it correctly, but it could be something totally different. I believe he has Tony going after Eric because he didn't like the fact that Eric was doing everything. So because Tony's an outside entity, I think he puts a hit on Eric. So he's having Tony try to kill Eric so Eric doesn't get to Rebecca. That's what it seemed like in the promo, but it was a lot of jump cuts.
I was like, I ain't see the promo.
Yeah, the promo actually looks pretty exciting. So we're gonna see more of the supervisor, who hopefully is the mole, because we still haven't found out who the mole is. I don't think we didn't find out who the mole was in the first season until I think the very end, the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, but it was on the second part because it was a mid-season. It was like episode 22. 23.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so yeah. So
I think we'll find out the mole next week.
Yeah, if there's only 12 episodes and it's not mid-season, then we'll find out
the mole next week.
The mole who's next. Well, next week or the week after. But it seems like it's Mullen's supervisor again. I can't find his name at the moment, but whatever his name is, please let us know in the comments. So there's that. And then what other predictions do you have?
I think the brother Isaac, I think he's gonna leave.
Well, it's nothing else for him to do.
I mean, yeah, but I think he's gonna leave, and I don't think Nicole's gonna go with him. And it might, like your prediction said, it might cause her not leaving,
right,
to get taken by Nasir.
Because she's not gonna stay put.
Yeah, because I don't even know, she went back to the house. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So
yeah, she just needs to stay at CTU till this over.
Yeah, but she might get killed at CTU, just like Terry.
True.
Just saying.
Nowhere is safe.
So according to the promos, so I think I would like to hope that Tony works with Eric, but I think that Mulling's supervisor calls Tony to take care of Eric because he can't have anybody in CTU do that. So I think that's going to happen. I definitely do see Isaac leaving because it's kind of like nothing else for him to do. He's seeing that it's almost hurting him to see Nicole in pain, which is what he said. He kind of did this whole monologue, blah, blah. So it kind of hurt him to see Nicole in pain. So he's going to leave in hopes of her coming after him. But, you know, she's married. So she's supposed to act like she's married. So she's going to stay. But I think something else is going to happen to her. Because it's just wrong place at the wrong time. Whether it be CTU or she goes somewhere else, something's going to happen to her. Which it causes Eric to kind of go back into, he just hasn't slept in 12 hours. Which is not, actually, a viewer actually pointed that out. Not sleeping for 12 hours is not too bad.
Yeah, it's not.
So.
It's kind of a norm.
Yeah. So.
But most people that ain't sleeping in 12 hours ain't doing all of that, though.
Well, it's the adrenaline rush, so we'll see.
I haven't even seen him eat. I know this is probably besides the point, but I haven't seen him eat.
I'm thinking if we ever saw Jack eat.
No.
Ooh, that's a good one.
We haven't seen him eat.
I don't think I've ever seen. Oh, now I'm gonna look out for that. I still have like one more season to go. So there's that. I want them to get back Rebecca, but I don't think they're gonna get back Rebecca until the beginning of the last episode.
Yeah.
I think next episode is gonna be about everybody chasing down. Like, there's always kind of like that one episode where everybody's like, you're chasing down the lead, and it's just gonna be everybody kind of either getting to a place or, you know, finding out a contact who knows somebody to get to wherever Rebecca is. So next week's episode is just gonna be about tracking down Rebecca, and I think they're gonna find her at on the last episode. I think Luis definitely plays a huge role in it, and then also I want to say Jennifer, who she had the bomb strapped to her. She's still at CTU. Yeah. So that clue that she gave them East July might actually come into play for.
Yeah, I think it's important. I just don't know where.
Right. It might be the new thing because all the sleeper cells are gone. So it might be the new thing, which sets up for your mid-season thing. So that might be the new thing that's leading up to the next 12 seasons.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But Nicole might be dying.
I'm like, what's up with the butt?
Nicole might be dying. I'm just saying. Now, where can people find you other than Twitter? Because
well, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at MJ That Media Girl. Girl, what are you? You go viral on Facebook.
Get yourself a Twitter account.
I'm never gonna tweet.
Miss Media Girl, so people can find you, so people don't send me messages asking me about you.
Well, they can write me on Instagram.
Anywho, y'all, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, everything at TK Trinidad. Please leave us your comments, and also leave, because I know I have like super fans of 24. Let me know if you've seen Jack eat in certain places, because from what I recall, because I'm on season 7 right now, he hasn't. I don't recall him like eating, and if it is, it's something. Yeah, I don't recall him eating. So please let us know. Please leave in all the comments and all that good stuff. We really, really appreciate it. And other than that, we will see you next week. Ciao.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.